The Addams Family. Okay. Hello and welcome to our February favourites. We haven't really been shopping this month, which is probably quite good seeing as our January haul was a bit ridiculous. It was also Maria's birthday, so such is life. But yes, we haven't actually got a haul to do this month because we've not really bought very much. So instead we're going to talk you through our favourite things this month. It's been a really... What? It's been a really doing things month, like lots has happened and we've been on lots of adventures and done things rather than bought things. So let's get started. Right at the beginning of the month, like the first weekend of the month, we went for a reunion with some of our Namibian pals who we met while we were volunteering.
When we say Namibian pals, they're our friends we met in Namibia.
If you haven't seen our Namibian travel videos, we'll link them below. We had a reunion down in Woburn because we were volunteering with animals. We decided it was relevant if we went to the Woburn Safari. So that was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah. The weekend was really nice.
Yeah.
I was fairly disappointed with the safari.
We were very, very unlucky. It was the first weekend of February and it basically just rained solidly.
And it was really cold as well.
Yeah. And so when you're in the, especially in the back of the car, or it probably doesn't matter where you are in the car, and you're like, oh, I want to be able to see these animals. So quickly like wound down the windows to clear it of rain, and then it starts steaming up as you close it. So it wasn't like the ideal day to go see animals.
No, but it was really nice because we had the rhinos running past. And then we had the monkeys sat on the hood of the bonnet of the car.
It was really good. I think we're really animal people as a whole. We prefer interacting with animals, and so when the rhinos did kind of look like they were going to run at the car, that was like a really good moment. We were like,
so
yeah, come at us, bro.
And actually the lions, the first time we went round was fairly dull. We only saw one rhino out, and then the other rhinos were under a shelter. The lions were under a shelter and everything. But the second time we went round, the lions were also running around and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was quite nice.
Yeah, we stayed down in kind of Milton Keynes area and had a night there and had like just girly time.
And stuff.
We ate way too much, Domino's and then brownie and then chocolate and then Pringles. But it was a really, really good weekend, wasn't it? It kind of started the month off in a really, really good way. Our next major event, basically, I was saying this to Maria earlier today, everything is now referred to as before or after Comic-Con. MCM Comic-Con is happening in May and for some reason now things are, oh well, that's happening, I think, what is there something, oh yeah, Kimmy Schmidt is starting on May the 30th, and I saw that earlier, and so I said to Maria, oh Mig, Kimmy Schmidt starting 30th of May. She was like, that's ages away, and I went, it's after Comic-Con. And I don't know why I threw it in there, but like that's now a thing we refer to. So this is the month that we kind of been piecing everything together and getting our plans together.
Yeah.
With our friend Carrie Ann, who you have seen in videos and has been mentioned before, and I'll tag her below. She is our fairy godmother, really. She throws everything, well, not throws, she puts a lot of work into it, but does it all for us, and we have a lot of fun.
Holy crap, a cat! Can you imagine if you were outside then?
What happened?
I think the wind must have just caught
all of the snow just fell off our roof, just all came like down. Oh my goodness, life is happening. Oh, if you'd been stood there, I could have got a good £200 from you've been framed. That would have been ideal for me.
You would have been really injured.
Yeah,
that would
£200
be really heavy.
Worth it.
God.
Right. Well, that's happening. That's weird.
I feel damaged.
So Maria's keeping her cosplay a secret.
Yeah, it's quite exciting because we've got I've bought my wig. It's not been dispatched yet, but it should soon.
Yes, it's the kind of time of year where you're like, right, it seems far off, but you need to start now. You need to have those meetings about like fabrics and everything. I did film a bit in our last kind of get together where we discussed Comic-Cons, because I'm thinking might be quite interesting to see the whole process. So we are counting down, and it's actually going to come around really quickly now.
It is.
It's very, very
We're
exciting.
already in March, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh. Goodness gracious. February half term was very, very busy, but like with loads of good things, and one of the best things that happened was I got up on the Thursday morning, so towards the end of half term, and I was really not feeling very good, so I was like lying on the settee feeling sorry for myself. And
she looked terrible.
And the doorbell goes, and I'm just lying there going, Maria, can you get it? And I really didn't want to get up. I had a blanket on me, I was still in my pyjamas, and they weren't even like good pyjamas particularly. They were.
No, they weren't.
They've seen better days.
You've thrown them away since.
I have thrown them away now because I saw the truth in that day. And I go to the front door, and two of my best friends from Hong Kong had arrived to surprise me completely, and it was amazing. Like I had some suspicions, but I had no idea it was like a definite thing. And I'm a very I kind of
paranoid.
Yeah, if people are talking, I kind of read into things and stuff, and so I kind of had worked out something like that was happening. I had no idea Wesley was coming as well, and it was just so good. But the hilarious thing was Maria was like trying to work out, while I was lying on the settee, she was all like trying to work out how to get me to look better. She was just wanting me to go get dressed or something without, and I'm all like, ugh. And she's like, please make yourself look human. I didn't, and there's evidence that I didn't make the effort to look human. But that was really, really good. So we had them stay for 4 days, which then led us to kind of ticking off a few kind of bucket list things. So we went to Go Ape in Thetford Forest.
Yeah, that was so good.
It was really, really good. We're not going to talk too much about that because there is a video coming up where we used the GoPro to film some of our climbing and everything. If you've not been, it's a really, really, really good activity to do. It's very team building-ish. Not that we needed team building because we're like this. But it's a really, really good activity.
So you're constantly doing something, even if you're like stood on one of the platforms. Like I kept hanging off the edge.
Yeah. The other thing we did, but we went to an escape room.
Yeah. So this was part of the history mystery escape rooms. So this one was based in Blickling Church, and that was actually really nice. We weren't really sure beforehand how it would work being in a working church, but it just added to the atmosphere. So you're not actually locked in a room, you're locked in a church.
It was a bit weird because people were coming in like to pray and stuff, and we're like, where's the next clue? And so that was a little bit odd, but it really did add to it.
And it's quite a nice, because it was history based, it was all about Anne Boleyn and stuff, so it was all real, and it was authentic. And it was also raising money for the church.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Which is really good. We were a good team. We were slow to start with because I think you have to get yourself into this weird mindset where like you're reading all these clues and thinking, what do I have to... At first I was like, I have no idea what that even means, what do I have to do with it? And then you kind of got into the rhythm of it and you moved a bit faster. But I think that beginning bit meant we didn't quite complete it before the time. You're given an hour. We took an hour and 4 minutes. It's so frustrating, but she let us complete it because we were so close, and it was really good, especially towards the end because you're getting quite like nervous and you're like, ah. It's so good that actually on Mother's Day we're going to do another one based in Norwich. I love doing things. I love creating new memories and just kind of having things you can look back on, and I feel like February's been one of those months where there's been lots to do. The next thing won't sound as exciting to any of you, but we bloomin' got wardrobes.
Yeah, literally life changing. Like, we only have 2 boxes in our house now.
Yeah,
and it's crazy.
So we moved in beginning-ish of November. So we've been here several months now. Wardrobes have been one of those things that we've been like, right, well, we do need to do that, but there's been other things going on. So I think it was like almost, was it New Year's Eve even or something?
It was.
We decided, right, let's go do it. We went and bought them, and we knew it was going to take about 8 weeks for them to come. So they finally did come, and it has meant like we've been managing to get downstairs all sorted since we moved in, and we have lots of people over, so it's been really good downstairs. But when we always go upstairs, we go, don't look in the bedrooms, because they're like full of boxes and nothing, like clothes, you know how it is, you just get this top thing from the box, and they're all starting to smell of cardboard and weird and stuff. So I'm really glad that I can now see my clothes and everything. It has really made a difference. We went on New Year's Day to see The Greatest Showman, and I honestly have not seen a film as good as that in a very, very, very long time. I think we all agreed that it was just so, so good. We all cried.
Yeah, so it's us and our parents.
Yeah.
And yeah, we all really enjoyed it.
Yeah. We've been listening to the soundtrack constantly.
Yeah.
And like literally, if I'm doing anything where I don't want to watch telly and I want to put music on, it is the Greatest Showman soundtrack. That's all I listen to. And so our friend Jess, again, who we met in Namibia, she invited us along to the Greatest Showman sing-along. I've never been to a sing-along before, and I don't know why, because I think it might be our thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Honestly, amazing.
It was so good. Like, we were both quite nervous to see if it would have the same effect watching it a second time.
Yeah.
But also knowing the songs and singing along to songs, because you're in awe the first time you watch it, because every song's just so beautiful and emotional. But watching it a second time, I felt beautiful and emotional.
You looked it. There were some people in there who hadn't seen it before, so it must have been really weird for them. The woman next to me, she hadn't seen it before, and every time that anything happened, she said, uh-oh. And like, I was just like, they just stood up and she goes, uh-oh. And I'm like, every single time I was just like,
and then she made the mistake of telling me.
And then I told Maria, so she started saying uh-oh, and I was just like, oh please. But every time like you knew a song was gonna, we all kind of, you could see everyone in the audience like straighten up, and then we like belted it out and stuff. It was so good, and it was so fun singing along. Credits came up, so we got up and we danced and sang, and so everyone was dancing and singing, and it was really, really good. Oh, it was a very good night, wasn't it? I'm really glad we did it. One of our obsessions this month was Exploding Kittens. Now, Exploding Kittens
is a board game. Not really a board game, it's a card game where it's like a strategy game. You have a hand, but if you pick up an exploding kitten, you die.
It is brilliant, honestly.
It's so funny.
One of the best games. And so when Wesley and Sylvia came over, because they introduced us to it, they told us about the expansion pack, which is Imploding Kittens.
It's hilarious.
Oh, it's just brilliant. It's
just
such a
adds
good
some
game.
more twists and everything.
Yeah, it's honestly favourite game ever.
Yeah, the company that does all these games is so funny.
Yeah.
Just a sense of humour.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, especially when we meet up with our Namibian pals, they know, they've played it now enough times that we just have it in our bag and take it along and go, Exploding Kittens, and everyone's like, yup. It's one to look out for because it is really, really good, and we are obsessed with it. In the kind of nature of February and the darkness and it being cold and stuff, we've obviously then increased our series watching and TV watching game. So we finally decided, end of half term, didn't we, because we got Amazon Prime, to watch This Is Us.
Yeah, so I started it quite a while ago. I think when it all started in America, I heard people talking about it, so I started to watch it, but it wasn't on anything over here, so I really struggled to find episodes, so I kind of gave up.
We've been obsessed with it. I think in the snow days, like we watched 1 or 2, and then we were at work and, you know, stuff. And then the snow days came and we were like, boom, that means business. So we've been watching it a lot.
Yeah.
Which has been really, really good.
Yeah.
So that's a new one to add, and if you've not watched it, then do. It's on Amazon Prime. And I guess the final thing, which is the obvious thing, is snow days. We've been home for 3 whole days and haven't really been out much, apart from what you can see in our snow
we
video.
did walk out to Postbox the other day. Yesterday.
Yeah.
And that was our adventure for the day.
It's just not like...
It's really bizarre.
Yeah.
Because we're like, I keep panicking that we're running out of food. Because we usually have all our meals planned. But it's the fact that Tesco's can't deliver to us either.
Nothing can get to us. Our shops are closed. But to be honest, I'm getting a bit fidgety, but I'm seeing it as bonus, like time to do things. And
Wednesday, our first snow day, was perfect because a new Sims game came out. So I spent literally 10 hours. I checked, I was 10 hours on a Sims on Wednesday.
So it's been quite interesting to me. I mean, I've been reading a lot of my book and enjoying that, watching a lot of telly, which is always good, and I've been doing a bit of exercise, which is always good as well. So I think, and sleep. I had a nap yesterday and I loved it. About 2 o'clock I was like, goodbye, and I went up. 2.5 hours later I felt like a new woman.
Played The Sims.
She played The Sims the whole time. She hadn't even noticed me leave. That's February. I hope that was interesting. It's not really a haul of things, and I don't even know if March will be particularly. I don't think we're not in. There's certain months where I think you get more stuff, and I think February.
I'm buying everything.
You're going to buy everything this month. We'll look forward to seeing the March haul then. You can buy me stuff too. I'll allow it.
No.
I'll allow it.
No.
Thanks, guys.
No.
Right.
No.
Thank you for watching. No. I hope March is as good, if not even better than February for everyone. I'm going to punch her in the face. And you will witness it. And you won't blame me because you'll see how irritating it actually is.
No.
Look at her face. Don't you want to just punch it? I really want to punch you. I won't. Violence is not the answer. Right, I hope you've enjoyed our video.